Ladies and gentlemen, the late British Prime Minister Winston Churchill once said that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. This famous saying shows that fear affects people as much as they let it affect them. Fear only goes as far as you let it to go. And so, ladies and gentlemen, to address us on the topic, Fear Fosters Failure, I present to you a man who has been intimate with both the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, a justice of the peace, chartered financial consultant, author, consumer advocate, motivational consultant, television show host, and our presenter today, Dr. Godfrey McAllister.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Fear fosters failure. I realize that everybody wants to be a hero, everybody wants to be made to feel important, and I set out on a mission to make all those around me feel important. Cut a long story short. Fast forward four years later, on my 18th birthday, Joy. Joy lose her chance, man. Joy served her purpose, man. On my 18th birthday, I was summoned to Bishop's High School. I don't know how many girls. They gave me a card which I'll do anything to find. But I know on that card was a macho, super macho, athletic hunk of flesh. I didn't look like that, by the way. But that was the card that they thought necessary to buy for me. I still had my big head. I guess my body might have begun to flesh, but I was still nothing near handsome, nothing near it. But I learned that that was not what mattered. I learned the art of making people feel important. I learned the art of making people feel that they are what they would like to be. But my fear had to be conquered. It had to be overcome with an antidote. And the antidote is always the opposite. I'm going to cut right now. Fear fosters failure. Fear makes you fail. Fear impedes. Fear causes you to freeze. Fear has torment. Fear is irrational. Fear causes you to do what doesn't make sense. Fear can be overcome by knowledge. Fear can be overcome by information. Fear can be overcome by trust in God. Remember that fear has torment. Perfect love casts out fear. I encourage you, the closing moments of this mini seminar, I encourage you to rediscover the meaning of love. And I'm not talking about love for your wife or love for your husband or love for a special person in your life. I'm sorry that the same word is used and confuses the issue. My Bible tells me that I must love everybody. It says I must love even my enemies. So this has nothing to do with husband and wife or girlfriend and boyfriend. This is the agape, the love of God. The love of God that made John 3:16 possible. For God so loved the world. The love of God that even while we were yet in our sins, when there was nothing attractive about us, when we were nasty and horrible, God loved us. Why? It wasn't an act of intimacy. It was an act of love. And God says that the love that He sheds abroad in our hearts, He can give us that love too. And for me, a lot of my problems are solved by love. And fear is one of the things that there is no better, more effective antidote for fear than love. So I commit to you the love of God. For when all is said and done, love is not only of God, but God is love. May God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we listen to a subject that affects all of us. All of us. Dr. McAllister said that fear is often irrational, and we need to turn the light on fear. And in his talk, I think he turned the light on fear. And someone told me that when you turn the light on fear, you see it for what it is. It's really an acronym, F-E-A-R. You know what it means? False evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. That's what it really is. And there's a way to turn it around, right? And because this particular subject affects all of us, I just wonder if there is anyone that had a question or that he wanted to ask or she wanted to ask Dr. McAllister before we close.